morning, I'm Jerome DeHerrera.
Hello, I'm Guillermo DeHerrera. We are on my brother's property, Kenneth DeHerrera. The hemp, as you can barely see it, it's all green, is behind us. But our family has been here for better part of 200 years. This area is called La Isla. This one particular is called Lovatos. Little communities that no longer exist, but were here 200 years ago or more. So right around us, one brother has this 40 acres, another one has this 40, Kenneth has this one, I have 20 over there. Other brothers have some land here. So here's where we were born and raised, basically, in this land. Most of the people in my age, the baby boomers, left the valley, left farming and agriculture, and went to the cities and became doctors and lawyers and professionals. But now we're coming back to the farms. But now with new technology, we've found that CBD oil and all the benefits from hemp have a lot of attraction. Therefore, the value is much better. And that's what we're trying to explore, is to plant it, grow it, and then, of course, process it and do the other things to get some income back to this community.
This is our first year growing hemp. We have about 10 acres worth of hemp here on this land, and we're committed to all natural processes and growing the highest quality hemp that we can, and doing it in an organic fashion so that we can have our certification. This being our first year, we're learning a lot about the plant, the process, and gathering all the equipment we need and the know-how so that next year we can expand and make it a bigger operation. But we're starting small, but we're committed to high quality and organic and natural processes.
If the price of hemp stays as it is, we should be able to transform a lot of this unproductive land into some cash crop that will benefit the community. And that's one of our social goals. Historically, we used to grow vegetables. It's a cold climate, so we got carrots, lettuce, cauliflower, potatoes grow real well. And then it shifted over to lambs and sheep was a big deal in our grandfathers, great-grandfathers time period. And then more recently it's been cattle, and that means alfalfa and hay.
So there's certain natural advantages that the valley has that we're hoping translate into really high premium hemp. The San Luis Valley is a really high altitude valley. We have cool nights, really warm days with real intense sunshine. We have really mineral rich soils and great water that comes off of the mountains from the snow that we get. But maybe you and Uncle Ken can explain more about the natural advantages of growing crops here in the San Luis Valley.
Because we have an intense period of growth, we only have 90 days, maybe 100 of growing season. The plant says, hey, I got a short time to live, let's make it happen. So we get higher quality alfalfa, higher quality wheat, higher in terms of protein value, right? So we think that's going to transpose into a higher quality CBD oil. So the San Luis Valley has some advantages, but in terms of the quality of hemp, we'll see how good it is at harvest time when we test it. It's a 90-day product, 90-day plant. You can extend it a little bit if we don't have a freeze. So by June 15th, we should be planting, and we've learned also, I think we're going to plant by seedlings versus seed. It takes a long time to germinate and get strong.
So we have a dairy with about 30 acres. We're in the process of designing and constructing a greenhouse where we're going to grow our own seedlings and maybe try a few indoor crops in the winter months. We're also, we have a 30-acre parcel there that we're going to prepare the land for next year and do an outdoor grow there on maybe 10 to 20 acres.
To make money on the hemp, you got two things. One is, of course, you need the production, you need the high quality, etc., and sell it at a good profit. The other one is to cut your expenses, right? So the lower your expenses, the higher your revenue stream. Well, that and the product, right? So how do we cut expenses? We want to build the greenhouses. We have the land, we have the property, we have the materials. We build greenhouses, then we can make our own seedlings. Seedlings sell anywhere, minimum is $3 up to $6. We've heard some stories about $7, $8 a plant. So, and if you're putting, let's say we have 100 acres and you're putting 6,000 plants per acre, 6,000 times 100, that's what, 60,000? No, it's 600,000 plants times $3 a plant on the minimum. You're looking at $1.2 million just for the plants. Then you still have to grow them, you got to water them, you got to weed them, you got all these things. So how we cut our costs is by growing our own seedlings. That's not difficult, but we need the greenhouses. That's the business model that we're looking at, is to cut our expenses by buying good quality seed, which we've already got contacts with that one. And now so in the spring we'd grow our own seedlings, process the land, plant our seedlings. We're not only lower cost, but we're also ahead of the curve in terms of we'd have a month in the greenhouse where this seedling would be a foot high. Then we're ahead of the game.